Sixth grade math 3.2. We are on page 125 in your book. If you guys would look at the top, kind of a cute little picture. What is that? What do you think that is? A beaver or a... I don't know what kind of animal that is, but kind of cute at the top of the page. I know on the example one, that's a dinosaur. So anyway, let's take a look at measuring metric lengths. We have vocabulary. I started putting the abbreviations because I guess I don't know if you guys know the abbreviations. Millimeter, mm, centimeters, cm, and meter is m. And millimeter, if you guys look, it goes back. Millimeter are those little teeny tick marks in between the centimeters, and they're about the size of the tip of your pencil lead. So very, very small. There are 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. So that's kind of a nice thing to remember is millimeters. There's 10 in a centimeter. A centimeter is about the width of your finger. And we know that it takes 10 millimeters to make a centimeter. Also, it takes 100 centimeters to make a meter. And a meter is about the width of a doorway. And I don't know how many kilometers are in a meter or any of those, but we'll just leave that. It's a little bit longer than a yardstick in our customary metric or measurements. Okay? So there's our vocabulary, so let's see what we're going to do with that. Writing measurements as decimals. Fossils. Scientists study fossils to learn about plants and animals that lived in prehistoric times. The size of a fossil can help a scientist figure out what type of plant or animal it came from. A scientist finds a dinosaur tooth that is about 3 centimeters long. What is a more precise measurement for the tooth? You can use decimal parts of a centimeter to find out. So, to answer the question above about dinosaur teeth, use a metric ruler, and a lot of times your rulers have one side is metric and one side is customary with the inches, so just make sure that you know which is which. Write your answer as a decimal number of centimeters. So take a look, here's a ruler and here's the centimeters right here, and these little teeny ones are each millimeters right there. See how little those are? This one, it says it's between 3. Notice it's between 3 and 4. It's not exactly 3 because it's a little higher than that. It's a little bit, what do you think, about right there, which is the second one. And there's 10 between here. So you count it 1, 2, it would be about 3.2 because there's 10 millimeters in a centimeter. And we did 2 of them, 2 out of the 10. And there's that 10, they're 2/10. So it would be about 3.2 centimeters. And remember when it said precise, it means more exact. That's a more exact answer. 2 millimeters is 2/10 of a centimeter, so it's about 3 2/10 centimeters, and it's written then about 3.2. So let's take a look at this one. We're measuring it as a decimal number of centimeters, so we know it's between 2 and 3. Okay, it's between these two, 2 and 3, so it's 2 point something. And it's coming out to this one between 2 and 3. Remember, there's 10 millimeters, so it's 5 halfway. This one would be 6, so 2.6 centimeters. There we go. Okay, number 2. I'm going to keep reading the directions because sometimes they change it on you. Write the length of the line segment as a decimal number of centimeters. So again, we've got our whole number. It's between 3 and 4, so 3 point. And gosh, it looks like about right there, doesn't it? 1 to the third one, so 3.3 centimeters. There we go. That's pretty easy measuring. All right, let's take a look now at example number 2. Oh, there's a great key concept box. Stop this right. Get key cons. Sorry, my pen went crazy on me. Key concept at the top of page 126. Please take the time to write this table. Here you have the millimeters, the centimeters, and the meters. There's some conversions, some millimeters, centimeters, and meters. So take the time to write 1 millimeter is 1/10 of a centimeter, and 1 millimeter is 1 1,000th of a meter. That means if you were to count all of those millimeters on a meter stick, you would get 1,000 of them. Centimeters, there's 10 of them. And you keep going, finish writing the rest of those for all of those, and then we will talk about how to use those as we go through the rest of these examples. So stop the thing and write that right now. Let me go here and see if I can erase my work. All right, find the length of the line segment to the nearest 1/10 of a centimeter. So notice it gives us the answer. It goes between 6 and 7, so it's going to be 6 and it's 5, 6. I was going to say 6 and 6, but they say 6.7 centimeters. That's really the exact thing that we were doing before. Find the length of the length of the Triceratops horn to the nearest 100th of a meter. Okay, so there's a meter stick. There's his horn, and it's going 1 centimeter is 1/100th of a meter. The length of it is about 25 centimeters. Notice it goes right to 25, and this is just it's showing that they blew up this part of the picture so you can see it clearer. So there's the dotted line. It's going at 25 centimeters. Okay, now remember it takes 100 centimeters to make 1 meter. So to the nearest 100th of a meter, 25 centimeters would be 25 hundredths of a meter. That's a little bit confusing, but remember in the meter, think of a meter as one big long dollar. There's 25, half of it would be 50 cents. 3/4 would be 75 cents. Notice how I just relate everything to money. It just makes it easier to me. Find the length of the line segment to the given unit. Okay, to the nearest 1/10 of a centimeter. So just like we were doing before, it's between 2 and 3. So 2.4? 2.4 centimeters. Let's see if they agree. Yep. Now this one to the nearest 100th of a meter. Okay. So we're looking at 30. There's the 3. Between the 3 and the 4, it's about 38 millimeters. Remember, it takes 1,000. Let's see, what's the best way to do that? Every millimeter is 1,000th of a meter. Well, 100th is 2 decimal places, right? 100th. So couldn't we just put 0.38 of a meter? 25 centimeters before was 25, so let's try to relate that to what we did. Let's see if it, yes, look at that. So when it said 100th, I made sure I put it in the hundredths place by putting that decimal there. All right, wow, that went fast. All right, so give that a shot, measuring those tenths, hundredths, all that good stuff. Have fun, get out your rulers, and we'll see you next time.